What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on X-Men in the MCU, Fantastic Four in the MCU, Deadpool in the MCU, and also we're going to talk about Dark Phoenix. Was it really as bad as what everyone said? So if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture based videos. There's a lot of videos coming out this week, more than I normally produce. And also, we are giving away tickets for Spider-Man Far From Home. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel with notifications on and let me know down below what is going on with MCU. So, let's get into it. So, last week, there were a lot of fake news going around. You know, as Donald Trump would say, fake news. Well, there was some fake news going around. So, as we know, Marvel now owns Disney. Okay, no, they don't actually. Disney owns Marvel. I'm trying to be funny. Anyway, Marvel now owns 20th Century Fox. And 20th Century Fox did have the rights to the X-Men and Fantastic Four, etc. So now Marvel does own Fantastic Four and the X-Men. People are thinking, oh my God, we're going to get the next X-Men movie. Doctor Doom's going to appear in Spider-Man Far From Home. No. No, guys, no. I mean, I don't know how many times people have to say this, and this does not have anything to do with X-Men Dark Phoenix. X-Men Dark Phoenix making $30 million the opening weekend, the lowest rated X-Men movie in the franchise, is not going to affect Marvel's epic plan that they've got. Kevin Feige said months ago that the X-Men will not be coming to the MCU for at least 5 years. They've got so many properties under their hands already, guys. We do not need X-Men Fantastic Four in Deadpool. Okay, maybe Deadpool's the one exception in this equation that could happen in the next 5 years. Most likely Deadpool 3 in, I don't know, 2022 or something. So let's get into this video. So last week there were a lot of rumors that Fantastic Four were coming through in 2020 because a friend of a friend of a friend revealed that there is a storyline coming out in 2022, and that was shut down by the most reliable insider. No insider can actually be verified or confirmed because they're an insider for a reason. But Roger on Twitter has been more true. He's been more right than any other source online. So that is why everyone started spinning this story that the Fantastic Four is coming out in 2022, and he shut it down. And it's so obvious. They're not going to rush out to make the Fantastic Four. Just look how bad the last Fantastic Four movie in the Fox universe was. Okay, you with me? They're not going to ruin the X-Men by rushing the X-Men. Kevin Feige has wanted the X-Men back for so long. The same with the Fantastic Four. Yes, they want to introduce Reed Richards, the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, Galactus, all these fantastic characters. But realistically, do they need to rush it? No. And because X-Men Dark Phoenix crashed at the box office, even though it wasn't that bad, it's actually better than some MCU movies. Well, some of them, let's be honest. Iron Man 3 was tragic. But yeah, anyway, X-Men Dark Phoenix was bad, granted, but it wasn't as bad as what a lot of people were trying to say it was. Or was it? I don't know. The funny thing is, if something gets 20% on Rotten Tomato, it gets crushed at the box office, you know, kind of like Justice League did, Batman vs. Superman did, literally every DC movie got crushed except for Wonder Woman, when Wonder Woman wasn't even that good of a movie. Stu, you're just a woman hater. No, because I like Captain Marvel. I'm not a hater. I just think Wonder Woman was overrated after watching it a few times. And yes, I own the Blu-ray. So I still supported it even though I didn't like it. So let's get into this. So a lot of people are trying to push the agenda that the X-Men are coming really, really soon. No, they're not. I mean, when Kevin Feige said, you will know after EndGame why Spider-Man Far From Home is set post EndGame. We found that out, right? But everyone kept saying, no, it's going to be set during Infinity War. You know, the bus scene where Spider-Man goes off the bus, that's going to be the scene, and anything has to happen. No, because now we found out that we're in the year 2023, and yes, Spider-Man is set post EndGame, not before EndGame. So it is interesting that just because they own all these fantastic characters, they're not rushing. They're just about to reboot the X-Men in the comic book. They're not going to rush to get these movies out because we've already got the Eternals movie. Black Widow is currently shooting. Shang-Chi is coming. Black Panther 2 is coming. Doctor Strange 2 is coming, just to name a few. Then we've got the Loki streaming service on the Disney Plus service. Then we've got the Scarlet Vision show. Then we've got the Bucky and Winter Soldier movie, Falcon and Winter Soldier streaming show coming. That is before we get to Disney 23 when they drop the whole slate. And Marvel usually work 5 to 10 years ahead of time. They're not going to randomly introduce Storm into Black Panther 2, although T'Challa and Storm did have some kind of relationship. That would be freaking insane if they did that. And yes, they do have Scarlet Witch, who is currently alive, and she has the X gene, and she is a mutant. So yes, they could slide into Scarlet Witch's DMs, and they could introduce the X-Men in the next year if they wanted to. But they're not going to rush. Guys, trust me, they're not going to rush. Kevin Feige, I know a lot of people don't believe his validity and what he says, but he's always right when he says something. He does not lie. He's not the Russo bros. When the Russo bros said the title for Avengers 4 was not said in any other Marvel movie, then literally EndGame was said in Age of Ultron, and EndGame was also said in Infinity War. Doctor Strange, we're now in EndGame. It was the only way. So yes, sometimes movie people have to lie or mislead the truth in order to keep a secret for a greater gain. So guys, come on, seriously, I'm seeing things everywhere saying X-Men delayed in MCU because of Dark Phoenix. No, seriously guys, I wish I had face come on right now because it's irritating. Dark Phoenix has got no correlation to the X-Men inside the MCU. Everyone wants the MCU, X-Men, Fantastic Four, etc. But when they do it, they're going to do it correctly. They're going to take their time to cast each and every character. They're going to literally have solo movies probably for all these characters and then build it to a massive X-Men team up and do it the right way rather than forcing these X-Men movies where just team up after team up after team up. All Fox Universe had to do was do the Wolverine, you know. Wolverine had multiple solo movies, yet no other X-Men character did. That is where they went wrong. It wasn't really that hard, and realistically guys, some of you guys are going so hard on Dark Phoenix for absolutely no reason. So X-Men is not being delayed in the MCU. Kevin Feige said before EndGame came out that the X-Men would take at least 5 years, which if we go by the other slates, that would take us into phase 5. So guys, please stop saying that Dark Phoenix is delaying the X-Men. It's not like that. We still have to get the New Mutants movies out before we can even think about that. And according to Inside Source, Roger, and a lot of people who have spoken to Inside, they've got too much on their hands. They've got so many movies already slated, and they have to probably slide another Avengers, the new Avengers. We've got Norman Osborn, we've got the Sinister Six. We've got so much freaking awesomeness coming up that the X-Men they're irrelevant. We don't have time for the X-Men at the moment. But it's interesting that I've seen a lot of things pop up going, Dark Phoenix is delaying X-Men in the MCU because they don't want to be linked to each other. How could you link MCU X-Men to Dark Phoenix? Dark Phoenix has got nothing to do with the MCU. Yes, there were them crazy Nick Fury appears in Dark Phoenix. Spoiler warning, he didn't appear in Dark Phoenix. So it's just interesting, guys. I do believe Dark Phoenix is getting bashed. I do believe Michael Fassbender, Magneto, smashed that role. He did the best he could. Sophie Turner, obviously she wasn't the best actor when she first started because she's a child actor. She started very young. She's still very young now. I believe she did nail the role. These actors can only do the best to their ability with the script they are given. Obviously, the original Dark Phoenix ending was going to be cosmic, but they had to change it because it was so close to the Captain Marvel movie, which still makes no sense because although Jessica Chastain's character was clearly a Skrull, she had so many attributes like a Skrull, they never called her a Skrull. It was just an alien race that wanted a new planet to live on, similar to the Captain Marvel storyline, but they're not set in the same timeline. They're not set in the same universe. They weren't even set in the same company, so God knows why they had to change the ending to Dark Phoenix. So Dark Phoenix would have been better had we had the original ending. I just find it very interesting how there's a lot of narratives being sold. X-Men Dark Phoenix is delaying MCU X-Men. No, it's not. That is what we call baiting people. You're getting your fishing rod out, you're baiting people. I'm seeing it everywhere over the last few days. Oh, Dark Phoenix is going to affect X-Men, Fantastic Four. No, it's not. We're going to have to wait 5 years, guys. So we're in 2019. So you were talking at least to 2024 before any of them can realistically show up. Yes, it's all right to do theories and storytelling stuff, but no X-Men. no Fantastic Four are going to be shown. No Doctor Doom, no Galactus. I will be very surprised if they show up in the next 5 years, as Easter eggs could appear. Theory videos are good about Doctor Doom, Galactus all coming, but we know they are not coming for at least 5 years. So guys, please don't fall for it, but let me know. This is not my normal type of video. It might come across a big negative, but people, please stop saying X-Men are in the MCU. They're being delayed by Dark Phoenix. No, Fantastic Four not being delayed. There is no plans for the Fantastic Four or X-Men that are going to come out anytime soon because, spoiler warning, they've already got a lot of movies in the works already before they even think about that kind of stuff. Obviously, Kevin Feige and Bob Iger obviously know what's going to happen with these characters. Like I said, Deadpool is the only exception who availably could maybe appear, but that's because his movie would be his own movie. It wouldn't be linked to the MCU and stuff like that. So it's very interesting. I'd love to know what do you guys think down below. But like I said, guys, the Fantastic Four story is a lie. And X-Men in the MCU is not going to happen anytime soon. So guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.